At Sedgehill Academy, our teachers use lots of different ways to check that we have understood what we are learning.
For example, we often use mini whiteboards in lessons. Usually the teacher will put a question on the board or just ask a question.
We're going to do the 4-figure grid reference for the church with the tower.
And we will all write an answer on our mini whiteboards.
Then the teacher says, 3, 2, 1, show me.
Show me.
And we will all raise our boards and hold them under our chins at the same time.
Our teacher can quickly see whether we have all learned or remembered something from our lesson, because we all have to join in and show our boards at the same time.
62, amazing.
It's a good way for our teacher to quickly get accurate data about the learning.
But it's also really good fun for us.
At Sedgehill Academy, our teachers use lots of different ways to check that we have understood what we are learning. For example, our teachers ask lots of questions in lessons.
Edward the Confessor, repeat that for me.
And instead of putting up our hands, they choose who is going to answer. This is called cold calling.
Ibrahim.
When we are in lessons, we know that our teacher might ask us a question at any time. We need to be prepared for the possibility that we will be asked to give an opinion or answer a question or solve a problem.
Well done. Back to Claudia. Who was the second?
Cold calling helps us work harder. So if you don't know the answer, teachers can ask someone else and come back to you.
I'm going to go to someone else for the second claimant, then I'll come back to you.
So you get a chance to guess it right. So even if you're shy and won't put your hand up, you get to speak. It gives every student a chance to shine.
Leave a space for the date and title.
At Sedgehill Academy, our teachers use lots of different ways to make sure we remember what we learnt. For example, our lessons start with a 5-minute quiz or retrieval practice that we do in silence as soon as we sit down. The quiz questions ask us about things we learnt last lesson, but also from other topics or even start of the year. This helps us get used to remembering key knowledge over a long period of time, which makes it easier when we're revising for assessments because we have forgotten less.
So your time starts now. You have 5 minutes.
While we're answering, the teacher walks around to see how we're doing. As soon as the time is up, we go through the answers quickly. Sometimes our teachers use cold call to choose who to say the answers. Or the answer displayed and we check our work using green pens.
At Sedgehill Academy, we use knowledge organisers to help us learn the key knowledge that we need for our subjects. These are all in one booklet for all our subjects, and we spend 30 minutes of homework time every day learning knowledge from these. We use look, cover, write, check to help us learn the words, writing out the definitions in our self-quizzing books. We first read the word and the definition, then cover it up and say it in our heads. Then we check we have it right. Next, we write down the definition, then check it, we have written it correctly. We make corrections in green pen. Practicing like this helps us learn and remember the key knowledge we need to use in our lessons.
He hadn't been wrong. Murga wouldn't talk like that.
At Sedgehill Academy, we do lots of reading. We read a book together in our tutor time at least 3 times a week.
Our tutor reads aloud to us and we follow along in our own copies of the books using our reading rulers.
Then our tutor pauses. We all read the next word out loud together.
For anything that might give him an
Idea.
Cattle market.
So our tutor knows that we are following.
Murga's fingers bit.
My favourite book this year was The Goldfish Boy by Annabelle Pitcher. I liked it because it's about a crime and I could relate to the characters.
My favourite book this year was The Garbage King by Elizabeth Laird because I really liked the storyline and I looked forward to reading it every morning.
At Sedgehill Academy, there are lots and lots of ways that our teachers reward us. In every lesson, teachers give out achievement points and all teachers send home positive postcards worth 5 achievement points to at least 5 students every week. Our achievement points can quickly add up. When we get 150, 200 and 400, we get badges for our blazers. We are also recognised for attendance and punctuality. We have also recently got a book vending machine in school, and tokens for these are given out by departments each term to recognise our students, so we can select a book of our choice. In the end of term assembly, students are recognised for showing our school values, and online platform homework champions are also recognised with a badge and certificate. On Friday afternoons, Miss Cassidy reads out the names of students who have been recognised by their teachers that week for hard work, kindness and integrity or excellence, and we collect certificates on the way out of school. At Sedgehill Academy, we have disruption-free learning. This means that our lessons aren't disrupted by poor behaviour. For example, teachers use a clear warning system where they write students' name on the board and what the warning is for, such as talking over the teachers or distracting others. If the student disrupts the learning again, they are asked to leave and go to DFL.
That student makes their own way to the DFL room where they are out of circulation for the rest of the day. They do silent work such as online platforms or learn from the knowledge organizer. Later that day, they meet with the teacher who sent them to have a restorative justice conversation. After they have shown that they understood what went wrong and how to behave better, they can go back to lessons. This means that our lessons aren't disrupted and we can make the most of our learning time.